monster! No. You fool, what have you done? You destroyed my time belt. Now we're stranded in time. In time. No, King Kang. Looks at things, it appears we've ended up in the backwater era. Why do you call we're in the late, we're in late Cretaceous era. It could be worse, we could have ended up in the Ice Age era. Always the comedian artist saw. Once again, your endless has doomed us all. Doomed us all. And by us, I'm sure you mean you and me, not just us, Stark, but the future itself. Again with the future. Perhaps we should continue this conversation in a more hidden location. Agreed. Abruptly. This cave should give us cover. And how about you do us a favor? How would you do us a favor and find some grub for us to eat while I try and repair this armor and use it with your time? Get us out of here. How dare you continue to mess with things that you don't have any understanding? I don't know about that. Well, that came. I may not understand your technology, but I was able to use it to create a very sophisticated EMP base for your technology and stop your AIM army from destroying New York. Destroying New York. And you expect me, Kang the Conqueror, to just search for food like a mere lackey. If anything, you should be out there while I go and fix your blunder. Good plan, but the thing is, I don't trust you, and I don't trust you to not use it to not fix it before I do and get us out of here and get you out and we'll be stranded here. Fair enough. That does sound like something I would be gladly to do. Now, Kang does not forage food. Fine then, but you might as well help me fix it so we can both get out of here before we have to run out of starvation. You know, Stark, the Avengers have been my enemies for centuries. You take on many different forms, made up of different superhumans, all flying under the emblem that your team started decades, centuries ago. Tell me, do you think the Avengers will continue to inspire peace, freedom, liberty, justice throughout for generations to come? Well, yeah, that's the plan. Well, I have news for you. The Avengers of my time do not share all of your ideals. True, they desire to keep the peace, but their actions on how to just ask my beloved Ravana. I'm sorry, but for what it's worth, I cannot control what the Avengers of your time do. In a way you can. You see, the leader of the Avengers of my time is actually one of your descendants, Nathaniel Stark the Fourth. Wait a minute, are you saying I'm gonna have a kid, and my kid will have a kid, and those kids will have kids? Exactly, Stark. Stark. Although you chose not to make weapons of mass like your father did, you're still doomed to be part of a family bloodline that creates something more than death and destruction wherever they go. True that your company in your timeline has started to be more involved in more peaceful peaceful days, but in time, new generation will learn of how Stark Energy was operated before your time, and the cycle of violence start all over again. And then stop as many criminals as I want, but in the end, the Avengers will never stop crime. Maybe you're right, Kang, but at least what we can do is try to keep the peace and protect as best we can until we can't anymore. And if you wish to continue to think that what we're doing is wrong, then go ahead. that won't change the fact that we won't keep doing what we're doing. I don't understand you, Stark, or the other Avengers this time. You continue to fight these end pointless battles of yours. I was thinking that it will lead to lead to days of never-ending peace. But you know in your hearts that peace is only an illusion. There'll always be another conflict, another war, another supervillain that will need to be brought to justice. Aren't you tired of this never-ending cycle? Well, yeah, and I think I can definitely honestly tell you that my other friends on the team will feel the same way. But no matter how long and hard these battles get, we'll keep doing because it's the right thing to do. And it's not about us; it's about the people that we've attacked. If you felt the same way we did, you might actually be a decent leader. You now mock me, Stark. Oh, hey, easy there. Kang does not need to be able to how to lead his people from a savage. My leadership has prospered the human race in my time. Every person, a man who has learned to follow my rule has prospered 10 times that of the human population of your era. I was a king, a ruler of a world that idolized my rule. Who said, can you really say that, king? And have you really asked the people what they think? What about? If you really believe that your way was better, why don't you ever consider asking the people that you dedicate yourself to protect, ask their side, let them tell their side of the story? Because I bet that what they have to say is different from what you think. I don't need to ask my people anything if I'm leading justly. If that was true, then maybe you, I grow tired of your what what's this? And the Conqueror, we have come to assist you. Finally, I knew what help you with my army needs. Friends of yours, yes. My most trusted associates come to aid me in my time. We are here to help. What's this? You are saying? It appears whatever you did disrupt our field. Therefore, it means that we are in a field that we cannot leave from, until we return to the area that we last time jumped from. Any other outside temporal force can aid us, either of us, not your friends or any of my forces. For your friends and I have my mission, Steve. Where's Tony Hawk, Miss Tony? We all do, big guy, but we're getting on my clock. Unfortunately, that's why. Hank, got anything? First one is Yoda. I may be a student, but even I'm not expert in quantum nonsense. Well, you aren't, but all we talk about the quantum realm. Isn't the quantum realm some sort of microscope means of time travel? That was Hank's Pym, not Yellow Jackets. But you're Hank Pym, Hank. And you feel that the quantum, when it goes over time, they enter the quantum realm, and at their entry, and this is quantum. And the theory that but when you know time travel, they speak to a tongue, and when then the quantum time works differently. If let's say someone, if people are basically living a 5-year life, the person in quantum are only spending like 5 minutes. But if someone spends 5 minutes and you're actually spending while they're actually spending time while the rest of the world is living like 5 years. It's been a time travel. You think you can use it to get Tony back, and I don't maybe. But then again, the only person that ever went through quantum is Janet, and we all know what happened to her. As though she survived. That Hank. What is this? We are the elite of Kang and Kong. Surrender. Great. There's we need more planes. Loki's. Appears that we're not done yet. Avengers. Hulk smash. Dumb. Kang. Hulk. Was I just? So, want to see? Alright, fine. Let's get it started. Alright, see what these guys got. Oh, it's time. If my force is no longer here, then they're obviously back in your fighting your friends, the Avengers. And I better get finished fast so I can return to my time and help them out. Yes, hurry so I can reunite my army to find new heroes. You know, if you see it, really making it hard for me not to be here myself and steal your idea. I always expect nothing less from you, Stark. Your family's always been find ways to get ahead of enemy. That's but my family isn't. I'm not afraid to admit that I come from a complicated family. But my family, with my dad, is proof of that. But as complicated as my dad is, we do have a few things in common. And what's that? That we both believe that technology is the key to solving humanity's problems. That we do what we do in order to help humanity. Our methods always may be different, but it's what I'm done. When will you? How you continue to amuse me with your false hope. Oh, if only you knew the things that I knew. If you only knew what will transpire a week, a year, or a month from now in your time, you would feel differently. But enlighten me, Kang. You're from the future. Why don't you tell me what comes next for me and my team? Alright. 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 Whether you believe me or not, if you wish to learn of what I have to say, then here it is. In a month from now, the Avengers, Fantastic Four, and heroes will be caught in a battle between two superpowered races. The race of mutants and a secret society of superhumans called Inhumans. A race of superhumans. There was of experience that were oversaw by a race of aliens called the Kree Empire, as your Fantastic Four have encountered them before. The humans were created by the Kree to help them fight their pathetic wars as well and help them to rule your world. But the humans rebelled against their creators and found solace. But eventually, the rest of the world will learn of the existence of these. And when it happens, they'll create a war that will leave the world forever scarred. And more Inhumans will rise from every corner of the world thanks to their terrible myths. Creating more Inhumans will cause mass panic. In time, the Avengers' actions will eventually create a war that will tear the superpowered community. Have you and your friend Captain America will be on opposing sides, fighting each other to determine which side is right. As such, it will lead to the destruction of the superhero, allowing the Kree's greatest enemy, the Skrulls, to infiltrate your world and try and conquer themselves. Sure, true Avengers will eventually stop the Skrulls from their plan, but events will leave the world vulnerable to the arrival of Thanos, the Mad Titan. Thanos. That's we ran into him a while ago, but we and the Guardians stopped Thanos and now by now the Guardians already driven him over to their police force Nova Corps for where he'll remain imprisoned. A temporary for them, but the Mad Titan will eventually escape Nova's prison and will seek out what he desires. I want to see the tools that he will need for about half of humanity, and that will be a moment where that will forever change the world, and that will be the moment when the future when the world will be destroyed, and there'll never be, and from there it'll all be downhill of an endless array of violence and stuff that will leave your planet broken and beaten, and will eventually reduce to a world to a bare one where I will arise and eventually seize power. That is my story of it. That is your fate. We'll see about that, Kang. See about that, Kang. Yes, we will. Well, tell me now that you know why I do what I do. Are you why I have been driven so long to why? Look, what you say is true, and we are destined to stay on this path of violence. At least we won't. At least if we try to fix it, we won't do it by your way. If we, yeah, you weren't. Much as I enjoy this much as I dislike this comment, I would like us to return to our time. Are we finished yet? Yes, this will get us very well, and let us use it to return home. Indeed. Come on, we can. What? They're back. Tony and Kang, he's back. What the? Where am I? Where's my soldiers? I'm afraid you just missed them. They disappeared as soon as you arrived. Blast the temple. Alright, okay, now that you're back, what are we gonna do now? Why don't you ask Iron Man? So tell me, are you still willing to go against me, or after learning your future, are you willing to hear me out? Kang, it's so. Kang, I must say, want to change what you say will come to pass, prevent what from happening. I refuse to do it by your way. You may be right about some things, but what your means of trying to prevent them are wrong. And if we Avengers, let's take them in. How disappoint me. But I refuse. But that's why it's time. And it's time that I actually have fail saves. What is it? It's a temple. Once I will send all of you to another. While you're trapped in limbo, I will be able to conquer without any interference. I don't think so. Wait, what are you doing? Wait, no. What's happening? Wait, tell me what you do. I have a feeling Kang might pull a double cross after I help him escape the prehistoric era. After we fix his time belt and leave the prehistoric era, which is the place where we ended up after our last time jump. And always step ahead, aren't you, Tony? I learned from the best military tactics of our time. Indeed, So tell me, Tony, what was it like being stranded in a preset with Kang? Well, as I say, I learned more than I bargained for, and why Kang is so driven to willing to do what he did to try and change things. And what did he tell you? I tell you, what does okay, as you would probably say, it's better that everyone else doesn't know what I know. And I mean, it's better to agreed. Perhaps the way I see it, agreed. I agreed. If you know our future, then perhaps best that we don't know. If we knew what would happen, it could cause more problems for us. Exactly. But you know, and with what you know, do you think there's a chance that we can change things? I don't know, Cap. Honestly, I don't know. But I do know, as long as you understand, I do know is that whatever happens, we'll face together as a team. That's what we do. Right. Any other way.